Welcome to my channel. I'm Dante Ferrigno. Be sure to check out my merch shop before you leave today. I've been putting together these designs for the carnivore community to be able to screw it, get up and do it. Check out some of the other designs I've got going on right now. Did someone say steak? I've got legalized freedom gear, and I've got new designs on the way.
Hey, good morning, y'all. I just got up and came out here and did my first set of push-ups and a set of Superman stretches along with it. And I gotta tell you, I didn't feel like getting up and starting doing it first thing this morning. But after doing just one set, I already feel better. I feel like doing the exercise is what wakes me up and gets me going. So that's new for me. It's also new that I'm this tired in the morning. I mentioned it on one of the videos the other day, and somebody asked if long COVID was a result of getting the vaccine. I said, dude, I don't know anything about getting a vaccine. That's not for me. And I don't know anything about how long COVID works. I've heard people mention that they have long symptoms after COVID, and I will say that I have been more tired ever since the last time I had COVID. That's all I can tell you. I don't know anything else about my symptoms other than I went from waking up in the morning feeling like I'm ready to jump on the day to waking up in the morning and having to really push myself. But I don't know what the change is. I mean, it could be the weather, it could be the COVID, it could just be I'm getting old. But whatever it is, it's not easy as it was earlier on, but I'm still doing it. Still saying, screw it, I'm gonna get up and do it. Alright, well, that's the next set of push-ups. I'm actually up ready to go walk, but the time hasn't changed yet, so it's still pitch black outside, even though it's almost 6:45 in the morning. I understand I can go walking without without waiting for the sun to come up, but there's a lot of wild animals running around out here, and some of them aren't too friendly. It can be pretty weird in the morning walking out there when you can't see anything and you can hear all the stuff in the bushes, and then Sam freaks out whenever that happens. I gotta admit, I get a little nervous too when I hear a lot of rustling off in the woods, when I hear a bunch of pigs over there get rustled up because they saw me or heard me walking by. But yeah, gonna knock these out. Oh, and if you're wondering about what the Superman stretches are about, I was watching Athlean X a few months back, and he was talking about push-ups. And one of the reasons I'm doing this push-up challenge with 5 sets of 3 before failure, not setting a set number like 20 or 25 like I was doing before, but just doing until I feel like if I do 3 more, then I'll be at failure, which is kind of hard to judge. But it's still enough for me to know that I'm pushing my muscles and that I'm getting the most I can get out of myself and not just limiting myself at 100. Because on average, I'm doing between 20 and 28 push-ups every time. And by the time I do 5 sets, I'm going to have a minimum of 100, but probably more. And if I keep pushing that, it should be a higher number as I go, because my body will be adjusting to it. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing with the push-ups. But the Superman stretches are because when you do push-ups, you kind of force these muscles to kind of push your head forward, so you kind of get this arched over with your shoulders and your neck, which I already have a little bit of that anyway. So I don't want to make it worse by doing a bunch of push-ups. So those Superman stretches counter that muscle movement on both sides, but mostly worried about this neck area getting stretched properly so that you can keep doing your push-ups and not have to suffer any long-term arched over neck. One thing I also like to do when I start my day is to start with a good electrolyte drink. This is Relight with about, 600 milliliters of water, maybe 500 milliliters of water, which is about what you're supposed to mix it with. And that'll help have the energy I need to do my morning workout and start my day great. I recommend it.
Oh, I love getting out just before the sun comes up. Sam is loving it this morning. So that's it for the push-up challenge this morning. I just wanted to be able to share day 2 of the official push-up challenge that I'm trying to do for 30 days of 5 sets of push-ups until just before fail. I'm going to be doing a lot, and I don't want to overdo these muscles between now and the time. I want to try to do my 50th birthday push-up challenge, which the goal is 1,000 push-ups in one day. And again, I don't know if I'm undershooting or overshooting what I can possibly do in a day. I've never done it before, so we'll see how it goes. You know, one of the reasons I've chosen to do this 30-day challenge is because I have had a difficult time in my life with anxiety. And something I've learned recently is, well, I've learned it throughout my life. I've just been too lazy to implement it. And that is goal orientation. Making long-term goals, mid-term goals, and short-term goals. I'm terrible at it. It's like something I never get around to doing, or maybe I start doing but I don't finish. Because setting a goal can be a challenge to your spirit. You start to realize you've got to be responsible, and it's something that my flesh wants to fight against. So it pushes me to do something else most of the time. I've always had goals, but I usually wind up getting some fuzzy sense of what that goal is and then moving in the direction of it. Not setting goals and trying to move toward fuzzy goals in your head, I found has led, at least partially, is probably one of the reasons why I have dealt with anxiety so much in my life. Because I was listening to Jordan Peterson yesterday, and he was talking about how simply having a goal helps you, and orienting your life to it helps to eliminate the anxiety, because you never know how close you're getting to your goal. And one thing you know for sure, when you have a fuzzy sense of your goal and you're just kind of easy going to get it, or not going to get it, like you probably realize you don't do, or you realize you're not doing what you need to do to attain that goal, you're constantly building up more anxiety because you want to attain the goal, but you're not doing the things you need to do to move in that direction. Because it's incremental progress, and it's hard to see incremental progress. But I can tell you, one of the beautiful things about lion diet and doing any type of carnivore diet is you're going to see faster progress with the thing that probably bothers you the most, the weight loss you haven't had. And once you see that, you start to not only realize, hey, I can be successful at this, but also you start to feel better. I mean, I'm carrying around almost 100 less pounds than I used to carry everywhere. So obviously I'm going to have a little bit more energy if I'm not carrying around all that extra weight. I will admit though, when I wake up in the morning, my body still hurts the same sometimes. My body still hurts the same after a good workout, but it just doesn't slow me down like it used to. I can get up and press on, and you can too. The key is going to be setting those goals. So if you haven't already started doing some kind of challenge for yourself, that's a good short-term goal. But think about what your long-term goal is. Maybe make some short-term goals to follow this current short-term goal. My plan right now is, after the push-up challenge, I want to get back to an alternating challenge between squats and push-ups. But I'm going to start with a squat challenge and then go back to alternating. Because I've just found that with the amount of time I have in a day and the things that I want to do, I have enough time to do those exercises along with my walk in the morning, and it's been doing me great. I'd like to still be able to do some curls and stuff occasionally, but I'm taking it one step at a time to put a routine together. Walking in the morning is not the easiest thing in the world, because my body usually says, I don't really want to get out of bed right now. It's cold outside. There's all kind of excuses. But if I don't do it that way, it's so easy to get derailed. Going back and forth between night walks and day walks and morning walks and just trying to fit my exercise in wherever has not been a great formula. So I'm trying to see if I can tack it down to a regular time every day, certain amount of days a week. My plan is to take Sundays off. That way I'll have one good rest day and keep on going. I encourage you to make some sort of plan for yourself. to attain the little goals that you want to attain that drive you towards your big goals. And you can not only have the body and the mind that you wanted, relieve that anxiety and relieve that physical stress, but you'll be able to encourage those around you who are watching you go through this change to say, hey, what are you doing different? You don't look like you anymore, and you don't act like you anymore. I want to have what you have. Well, that's where I feel good about this. I love being able to share this with you because I know so many of you are doing just that and changing your lives, and knowing that my influence has helped make somebody else's life a little better just means the world to me. And I hope to influence more. So share this with your friends, and hopefully we can all get healthy together. I'll see you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
And if you're on Facebook, come over to Ferrigno Freedom page and join us in the conversation. I'll see you there.